Good evening, dear students. This is actually Tuesday, the 14th of January 2025. And today's session, we are going to proceed with the solution of Form 2 National Assessment Mathematics. We solved actually 3 questions in previous session. If it is your first time to be here, you can check the link of the video having solution for 3 questions here, as you can see in the screen. And so in this session, we are going to proceed with the 4 questions, so that in total we'll be having now 7 questions solved, dear students. So to proceed with question number 4, from here, 2 complementary angles are such that one angle is twice the other. Find the size of those 2 angles. So students are supposed to understand the important term here, complementary angles. Complementary angles are 2 angles actually which sum up to 90 degrees. So if 2 angles, I can say that let XC be the first angle. Okay? And so the second angle will be 2x. And so summation of those 2 angles will be having 2xc plus xc equals to 90 degrees. That is actually a definition of complementary angle. And so in this regard, we have now 3xc equals to 90 degrees. You divide it by 3 both sides, so we'll be having xc equals to 90 degrees divided by 3, and eventually we get xc equals to 30 degrees. So find the size of those angles. So the first angle is going to be 30 degrees, and the second angle of second angle will be 2xc, which is 2 times 30 degrees, and the result is going to be 60 degrees. So going back to the question, the size of those 2 angles are 30 degrees and 60 degrees, dear students. We proceed with question number 4b. By the way, the total marks allocated to this question is 5 marks. So students who managed to solve this question this way were awarded 5 marks in total. And now it is time for question number 4b. The perimeter of isosceles triangle is 15 centimeter. If the base is 7 centimeter long, represent this information in a diagram and then find the length of each of the remaining equal sides. So we're going to sketch isosceles triangle. So we sketch any triangle. So this is the triangle, and the base is 7 centimeters. So this is our base, and you're going to assume that these 2 sides are the sides which are equal. I can even name this size to be ABC. So here AB is equal to AC. An apology. AB equals to BC. AB equals to BC. So if AB equals to BC, we were informed that the base is 7 centimeter long. So here is 7 centimeter. and the remaining two equal sides, you can name them to be XC, and the other one is going to be XC. But the perimeter is given to be 15 centimeter. So taking 7 plus XC plus XC, we expect to get 15 centimeter, dear students. So 2XC will be 15 minus 7. 2XC will be 8. And eventually x will be 8 divided by 2, which is 4 centimeter. So the question says that find the length of each of the remaining equal sides. So the length of each remaining equal side is 4 centimeter, dear students. We jump to question number 5A. Solve for x in question number 1. By the way, students were awarded 5 marks again in this part of isosceles triangle. So going to 5A, solve for x in the equation. So we have 1. So here we are starting with A. We have 1 minus x plus 2 over 2 equals to x minus 3. I can actually take this expression to the other side and taking 3 to this side. So I can take 1 now plus 3 equals to x plus 2 over 2. You can opt actually to multiply by 2 throughout, but before we do that, I'll be taking 1 plus 3 equals to 4, and 4 now will be equal to x plus 2 over 2. So we'll be multiplying here by 2, and this side we are going to multiply by 2. When you do that, what happens, actually we have 8 equals to 2x plus x plus 2. So collecting like terms, you'll be having actually 8 minus 2 equals to 3x. So 6 equals to 3x, and x now will be 60 divided by 3 equals to 2. So the solution for part 1 here, actually the value of x equals to 2, dear students. So that is 5A, and actually the marks allocated to this question again is 5 marks. Going to 5B, what is the term must be added to n square plus 3 over 2n equals to 0 in order to make the equation perfect square. So we're looking for a number to be added. I'll be solving the question here. So this is actually 5B. You have n square plus, when you simplify, this will be 3 over 2n. We're going to add a number here which is k, and eventually you get 0, so that k will make the expression perfect square. The expression perfect square. So we know that for this expression to be perfect square, we will be taking the formula b square equals to 4ac. And so from here, b square is 3 over 2 square equals to 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is k, of course. So the value of k the value of k will be actually 3 over 2 square divided by 1 over 2 square, because this is 1 over 4. And so k will be actually 9 over 16. So a number to be added is going to be 9 over 16. And actually this is the number which, when added, will make the expression to be a perfect square, dear students. And again, the marks awarded to this question is 5 marks. And now we proceed with question number 6A. A point P dash 0, 0 is the image of P negative 2, 2 under translation T. So what is the image of the point 5, negative 1 under the same translation? So point P, which is actually negative 2, 2, under translation T, which is A, B, the image we got is 0, 0. So first of all, we need to find the translation factor. And the translation factor is going to be such that actually P dash, which is P dash, actually it is x, y. This is equal to T, which is A, B, plus P, x, y. So we are looking for T, translation factor A, B. I'll be taking P dash x, y minus point P, x, y. So finding the difference, translation factor A, B, this is going to be equal to 0, 0 minus negative 2, 2, negative 2, negative 2, 2. And when you subtract it, eventually you'll get into negative 2. So now we're looking for the image of point 5, negative 1. So we're saying so P dash 5, negative 1 now will be equal to 2, negative 2 plus 5, negative 1. When you add them, you'll be getting actually 7, negative 3. So the image of this point is 7, negative 3. This, of course, can be written as 7, negative 3, dear students. So we're saying O, so that you understand. And the marks allocated to this question again is 5 marks. We go to question number 6B. Question number 6B, it is actually a coordinate geometry question. As we can read it, if a straight line passes 1, 2 and cut the y-axis at point 0, 2, find its equation. So we are looking for the equation when we were given actually 2 points. So the equation here, first of all, we were given actually points. So you have 1, 2, and another point will be 0, 2. Okay? We're going to assume actually this to be x1, y1, and this is going to be x2, y2. And so the slope, we know the slope actually m is change in y over change in x. And the slope will be taking y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Plug in the values, you're going to get the slope will be 2 minus 2 divided by 0 minus 1, and eventually you get actually 0. So the slope is 0. It is quite interesting. So what will be the equation? From our point slope equation, y equals to m x minus x1 plus y1. You're going to plug these values here. And when you plug those values, so y equals slope of 0 times x minus x1, and x1 actually was 1 plus 2. So eventually the line, equation of the line will be y equals to 2. And you know actually when we have a slope 0, so the equation of a line is a line which is parallel to x axis. And in this case, we have line y equals to 2. And we're going to jump to the last equation for this session. It is a question actually on radicals and exponents. So question number 7a, we were given the value of x. We were given x square root of 3, y square root of 2, and we were given expression connecting z, x, and y. And we're supposed to express z in the form of rationalized denominator case. So from here, I'll be making actually z the subject. So z will be equal to 2 over x minus y. And this is going to be 2 over x root 3 minus root 2. So what you do, you are going to rationalize the denominator, and this is going to be actually the same as putting now 2 over, we have root 3 minus root 2. You're going to multiply by root 3 plus root 2, root 3 plus root 2. By the multiplication of this, you can refer to difference of two squares. If you remember, if you have an expression like this, a plus b, a minus b, this is similar to writing a square minus b square. So it means z will be equal to, you have 2 in the bracket is square root, an apology. You have actually 2 in the bracket is square root of 3 plus square root of 2 divided by square root of 3 square minus square root of 2 square as per the definition of the difference of two squares. And now to finalize this part, so z now will be equal to 2 square root of 3 plus square root of 2 divided by 1, and eventually z will be actually 2. If you check the last form we are supposed to express, so it is 2 in the bracket square root of 3 plus square root of 2, dear students. So this is actually the same question as those questions in which you are supposed to rationalize the denominator. And again, this question was 5 marks. And now we are coming back to the last part. The last part here, it is a logarithmic question. We are supposed to simplify a given logarithmic expression. So we are going to use laws of logarithms. I'll be just reminding you that here we have actually a product rule and quotient rule at the same time. How? Because we know that the product rule is opposite of quotient rule, but also we have power rule. So to just remind you, there's some rules of logarithms. When we have n log xc, this is the same as writing log xc power n. And when you have actually log xc minus log y, this is the same as log xc over y. So with that in mind, so it means this is going to be equal to log 8 minus log 4 square divided by log 4 minus log 2. You go further, you have log 8 minus log 16, okay, divided by log 4 minus log 2. You're going to use now the quotient rule, so that this is going to be equal to log 8 over 16 divided by log of 4 over 2. And this is going to be actually log a half divided by log 2. And this is the same as log 2 power negative 1 over log 2. So you'll be having negative log 2 over log 2. You simplify the expression, log 2 by 1 will be 1, log 2 by 1 will be 1, so that you have the end results being equal to negative 1. So simplification of the entire expression here, you end up actually getting, here negative 1, dear students. And that is actually the last equation for today's session. The question were meant to have 5 marks. And so we managed to solve now question 1 up to question number 7. In the other coming session, you are going to see solution of the last 3 questions. Question number 8, question number 9, and question number 10. By then, you'll be able to do your own correction by checking the national exam results you have, and actually see where you made some mistakes, so that you're going to rectify the mistake and continue doing well in mathematics. So that is all for today's session. I wish you all the best in your mathematics learning journey. If it is your first time to be here, consider subscribing, but also share with your colleagues, so that we are going to actually grow this community together. You can also join the WhatsApp group and the WhatsApp channel for the other coming updates and good news. Until then,